Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. How is everyone doing this evening? And welcome back to the One Man Low Council, where tonight is an open forum. Yes, indeed, a forum where you can talk and ask anything, and we can have discussions about a wide plethora of topics. So Peter Sharon, what's going on? Cynical Centrist, CWD Trixie, Dark Ness is here, Mr. Peabody, Matthew Gaudet is here as well, Grandmaster Yoda is here also, and let's see, Agosa Ursula already has a question, says, how does a male filmmaker who really respects women not objectify them without alienating men in an SJW way? That is a deep question. I just feel you tell a story that you want to tell. And if you're telling the story that you want to tell and you're trying to create great characters and your main goal is not to simply objectify men or women, then you should probably succeed. I would imagine that's how you probably do it. Darkness says it's old. And what's going on, Darkness? How's it going, bruv? How is it going, everyone, tonight? Happy Tuesday. We are almost there. We are almost at the halfway point of the week. Hope everyone's Tuesday was just fine. We got Lego My Ego. Thank you for the follow over on D-Live. I appreciate you, bruv. Captain Peabody is over there as well. Says, what do Aussies do with a chair and a milk crate? They take down a knife attacker. Nice. Malpero says, rent your sofa for Cecil. Oh, no, is Cecil without a home? If Cecil was without a home, he's more than welcome here. Rent-free. I tell you, rent-free. Robert Frey is here as well. Mad Mitch is here. The Senate is here also. Glad to see you all here. Alice McCarthy says, howdy, Odin, how art thou on this day of twos? I am doing just fine on this day of twos. Riff Magos, what's going on, man? Soul Assassin, Matthew Gaudet is here also. Says, my sister calls cigarettes death sticks. Well, she would be correct because that's pretty much what they are. Peter Shannon says, Odin, holding down the low council in style. Damn right, man. Always doing it in style. John Winkler says, hello there. How art thou, John Winkler? Signal Centrist says, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna sorry anymore. Aiden Vickery, what's going on, bruv? J-Roar123, what's going on? Pin Drop is here as well. John Winkler says, the worst word in the English language is sorry. Is it really? Is it really the worst word in the English language, or is it the best in the English language? Over on D-Live, Dean Heiss is here. Captain Peabody says, it's Wednesday in Aussie. It's right. In Aussie land right now, it is Wednesday, so happy hump day to all of my Aussie peeps. Congratulations. Mild Peril says, first time watching on D-Live. Well, Mild Peril, hope you enjoy the D-Live experience where there's gifts as well as an awesome group of people. Small group of people, but awesome group nonetheless. Wandering Ranger TV, what's going on, bro? Hope you are doing just fine. Darkness says, I have been good. How about yourself today? Doing just fine. Classes went pretty well for the most part. And yeah, just finished. So there is a show. It's one of those shows that's a bad show, and you know it's a bad show, but you'll like to watch it anyway, that my wife's watching, called 90 Day Fiancé or 90 Days Fiancé. And so now she's got me watching it, and it's pretty hysterical and sad at the same time. It's pretty crazy. Velvet Scarlentina, what's going on? How's it going, Velvet? I don't know if y'all started school down there, Velvet. I don't think if y'all started school. I have. We're now in our technically second week of school. Week and a half, if you're going to be technical by the end of this week. Darkness says, how have you been? I've been doing just fine. Senate says, I'm just started school and I'm already tired of algebra. I actually didn't mind algebra nearly as much. Darth Wacko, what's going on, man? Do Re Mi blog, what's going on? Tommy says, Oldfin. Aiden Vickers says, Cecil is lucky his sister never killed him. Damn, son. John Smith, what's going on, bro? How is it going? G-Monkey, sorry. So sorry indeed. Aiden Vickers says, just turned Wednesday in the UK also. Did it really? That's right. It would be so. Happy hump day to my UK brethren as well. So UK brethren, Aussie brethren, happy hump day, everybody. Happy hump day. And then Dean High says, D-Lab Group is small but mighty, like the female Thor. Sure, Dean Heiss. Cynical Center says, Aussies are in the future. Is Mike Zero there? See, that's the thing. Mike Zero is in the future, but he's not Aussie. So does that mean that Mike Zero goes to Australia to get his information? Or is someone in Australia feeding him information so that he knows the future of Star Wars? It's a great question. It's a great question, Cynical Centrist, and I don't think any of us are ever going to know the answer. Riff Magos starting things off with a $5 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. Says, hello, Odin. If Disney rebrands Galaxy's Edge to Aladdin, would the Falcon become a huge magic lamp? Oh, dear. Well, here's the thing. I think that if they shut down Galaxy's Edge, it's not going to be to permanently shut it down. I think it's going to be to rebrand it into an actual Star Wars land, instead of this knockoff Star Wars land that takes 5 minutes to get through with barely any original character, original trilogy content. So I think that if they're going to go that route, I think it's going to be to try and make it more like Star Wars and not to rebrand it something else, if I had to guess. Velvet says started yesterday. Okay, yeah, it's about it's 12th, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Hopefully everything's going fine, Velvet. Hopefully your theology class is going well this year. I'm not sure who you have, but I know that as far as the senior teachers that I knew, most of them were pretty good. No hard feelings against my fellow brethren over there that weren't in administration. John Smith, how old is Odin? How old am I? It's a slow chat. That's why I'm reading more chats than just the Odin questions, so don't get used to it, because if the chat blows up, I'm going to have to go back to just reading the Odin question comments. I'm 30 years old. I'm turning 31 in a little over a month. A little over a month now. Zoomed! 1975, what's going on, bruv? CWD Trixie, what's going on? What's going on? And I said, hey, yeah. Cynical Centrist is doing some algebra for poor Senate. Cynical Centrist, don't treat Senate that way. 2y 3x minus z equals Odin. That's so mean. Stop doing it. Solve for y, Senate. Solve for y. Cynical Centrist says, I love the smell of Suri in the morning. I think we all love the smell of Suri in the morning. Mild Peril, thank you very much for the lemons over on DLive. I appreciate it. Wandering Ranger TV, thank you for the 2 lemons. And Captain Frank and the Clan, thank you for the 3 lemons. We got a 1, 2, 3 donation going on. Mr. Peabody also says, Elton John said Suri seems to be the hardest word. Oh. Yes, indeed. It could be the hardest word to say. You're right. How often do we say sorry in today's world? How often, honestly, do we tell each other sorry? Not often enough, I say. Mr. Peabody says, we'll have to get you more candles and another meat pie. And then drops 4 lemons. Peabody, thank you for dropping the 4 lemons. Peabody is rocking on the cryptocurrency, man, because he is an awesome mod over on DLive. That means he's the most active in the chat, and because he's the most active in the chat, it means when I do my chess giveaways, he gets the vast majority of every single chest. So I know he's rolling in it right now. He's rolling in that cryptocurrency, man. And thank you so much for giving back. I appreciate it. Captain Frank, what's going on? 5 lemons, dropping the 5 lemon donations over there. Oh, man, it's hot. It is hot over on the DLive crowd right now. Frank the Bunny dropping an ice cream on everybody. And then the Wandering Ranger dropping 12 lemons, spamming the lemon button. Man, everyone's going to be seeing those lemons from Wandering Ranger for a bit. Alex Martinez says, in Soy Boy voice, how dare you laugh that Jane Foster, mighty Thor, is not mighty. She is a powerful woman, Thor. Ree! Hopefully that was as annoying as it sounded. The Senate says, who's older, Jeremy or you? If it's Jeremy, I'm making old man Jeremy account. Definitely Jeremy. Jeremy is ancient compared to me. I'm kidding. He is older, though, of course. John Wheeler says, Odin is a grizzled old man who saw some people do something. I saw some people. I'm getting too old for this. I might be 30 on paper, but I'm an old soul. I am an old soul, actually. I know I'm young because with my audience especially, I know it's definitely, and I would say that the core of the audience for me is between like that 25 to 40. I know I got people who are even, older than that. But I do feel like an old soul sometimes. I got along better with the parents of my friends than I sometimes did with my own friends back in high school because I like the same television shows and things like that. So, Aiden Vickery says, we say sorry a lot. What the word doesn't do is mean it often. Okay, yeah, Aiden Vickery. I think that's a good point. It's said quite a bit, but do we actually mean it is the other thing. Holy crap, it is freaking crazy over on DLive. So Peabody just dropped 6 ice creams. Ice cream. Thank you for the drop in the ice creams, man. I appreciate it. J-Butt, thanks for the follow. And Captain Frank dropped 20 lemons. Holy crap. Captain Frank and the Clan spamming the lemon button, man. Spamming that lemon button. Thank you for those lemony goodness. Thank you for the lemony goodness, good sir. Sigil Sandra says, I'm going to make him a sword he can't refuse. Yes. Chappie, I am Chappie. I am alive. Says hello, Chappie. How about thou? 70B is here. Hello, what's going on, 70B? How is it going? Cynical Central says, it's not the years, it's the mileage. That's a great point. That is a great point. And after all the driving that I've done, especially in the recent weeks, I got a lot of miles. 70B, oh hi, Stephanie B. How's it going? Alex McCarthy. Micah Martinez says, hey, what's going on, man? Alex Martinez also says, you dang youngster, I'm only 4 years older than you and already old man Eastwood acting. Get off my lawn. Yeah, seriously. I do have a front porch, so theoretically I could do that at some point, but I'm also on a hill, so I doubt that I really will have that issue. John Wheeler says, Odin, I can relate. I was raised by boomers and got along more with my teachers and other adults than the dumbass millennials I had to deal with. I felt the same way. I honestly got along with my friends pretty well, but I did also, of course, just get along with parents, friends, and also my friends' parents, because I could say, yeah, I love Three Stooges, and I could tell them Three Stooges episodes that I'd watched. I could tell them that my favorite band of all time was Jethro Tull, and all of them knew exactly who I was talking about. So I definitely have an old soul when it comes to a lot of these things. Captain Frank dropping that as 20 lemons, though, man. Still spamming it. Still dropping it. Wandering Ranger is still popping up on the screen. So you haven't even gotten to the Peabody 6 ice cream, now let alone the Captain Frank 20 lemons are going to be on the screen for quite a while once those start showing up. Captain Peabody says, this is what happens when you give crypto to people that have no idea what to do with it. Yeah, pretty much. It's fine by me, because so I don't really know what to do with it either. All I know is that when it builds up to be a certain amount, I can make like a cash out for it. So, and just so you know, DLive does cash out. So the first time I cashed out, I actually got $100, which was pretty cool. And I think I just recently cashed out again, and I should be getting around $120 by the end of the month. So it's been pretty cool over on the DLive world, man. I tell you, I wish I understood a little bit more. Single Centra says, round up the usual sorry suspects. Yeah, pretty much. And Vigor says, 51 here and alive and kicking on a good day, that is. It is. 58 people here. It's a little bit smaller than usual, but it's actually meaning I'm not falling too far behind the chat. So it's actually pretty nice. Pretty nice not to have to worry about falling too far behind. The Sent says, algebra sucks. It makes no sense, or maybe I'm just dumb. Well, fun fact about my religion class, I totally made a reference to Spaceballs, which was a lot of fun. And luckily there are some students that got my reference. It's always nice when students get my movie references, because that as much as I love movies, I'm going to be making movie references every single day of my life. Hardwick Bentha, what's going on, dude? Says, do you happen to like any rockabilly music? Rockabilly music? What is rockabilly music? How would you define rockabilly? 70B can do lemons too. But they're not the same. They're not crypto. Captain Frank says, spam with veggie mix. As long as it's not Vegemite, I'm okay with that. Because the damn Vegemite. Okay, he corrected himself. Damn Vegemite. No. Never again. Never again am I ever having Vegemite on anything. Gosh, it almost destroyed me. It almost destroyed me. Cynical Sandra says, what about the Sori attack on the Wookiees? I think this one is redundant. The Sori attack on the Wookiees. Darkness says, Odin has used his power to break the system known as DLive, to crack the code, to crack the system. Yeah, pretty much. No, my DLive supporters, my awesome DLive people, they're the ones that make it. So it's, again, never in my life would I thought I'd be speaking to two different chats at the same time. But my DLive people are cool. My DLive people are cool. My YouTube people are cool too. I love my YouTube peeps, especially the ones that are always here. And also the new ones too, because I care about new people too. Dark Helmet, or no, not Dark Helmet. Dark Helmet's cool. Dark Judge. Dark Helmet is a true Asgardian. Dark Judge, on the other hand, he complains because I don't think he got enough love when he was younger. So he complains because I give attention to people who have been with the channel for a long time. God forbid I do that, even though I also give attention to new people too. Darkness says, oh, yeah, exactly. Chappie says, just playing outside with my dog and listening to the One Man Low Council. Well, Chappie, I hope that you were enjoying the show. Again, it is a open forum tonight, so obviously there's a lot of different topics we can talk about. It might not be for everyone, but hey, if there's ever those topics that maybe not be movie related that you've always wanted to talk about, that you've always wanted to ask perhaps, Now would be the time. I can only answer questions within reason, of course. I do have a job. I do have a day job that I need to keep, so there are certain things I can't discuss. Michael Martinez says, I have some Algebra 2 homework, so I'll probably be on and off the stream. Algebra 2 is kind of tough right now, to be honest. Yeah, Algebra 2 can be a little rough, but you know what, man? Once you figure it out, once you know those equations, you got it. Grandmaster Yoda says, do you think Black Widow will make $1 billion? If they go woke, as they say, I think it could hurt the female Thor film badly. Even a lot of normies will be gone by that time. So do I think... So I don't know about female Thor because obviously we still got a ways to go. Do I think the Black Widow film could make $1 billion? Yes. Could make $1 billion? Yes. Will it make $1 billion? I mean... Flip a coin, man. Honestly, it really depends on the marketing for it, what the story's actually going to be. Based on speculation and based on rumors, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a major draw. That being said, the one movie that people have been calling for a long time, since even before Disney screwed everything up, was a Black Widow film. So I think that it will end up doing pretty well. The question that I have is, how well will it do overseas? That, to me, is the big question mark. And that's why I think that it will probably crack the $1 billion. But I don't know if it's going to crack anything else other than that. Is because how well will that story sell overseas is the big thing. Asgard says, here's some lemons and ice cream. They're allegedly kind. Well, they're fake. They're fake news, man. The Senate, 53. And also, Captain Frank's lemons are continuing to come through. That's how many lemons he donated at one point in time. But the Senate, man, thank you for the 3 lemons. I appreciate it. Captain Peabody says, that's just it. People don't realize how much you do use it. They needed more of it in The Last Jedi to fill in the blanks. Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right, and I think that they will soon realize it if they haven't done so already. RD180, thinking of the ice cream man. RD180, thank you very much, bro. Captain Peabody says, sorry, I was talking about algebra. Thank you for reference. I was like, wait a minute. I think I need a little help. Yeah, for sure. They needed some algebra. They needed a little algebra help in in The Last Jedi. Mr. Petite, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Daniel Thorne is here over on DLive, says, we hear shout-outs all the time. Can you give Alita a sing-out? Alita is a great movie, and you should watch it, and you should buy it on Blu-ray. It's great. It's fantastic. Wandering Ranger TV, thank you for the diamond donation. Very generous. Thank you very much for that diamond donation. And he says, Odin, can you name a top 10 movie list? Well, I released a top 10 movie video not too long ago. It might need to be updated, but I can give you a top 3 off the top of my head. Casablanca, 12 Angry Men, It's a Wonderful Life. I'd probably throw Dark Knight up there. I'd probably throw Back to the Future. All 3 films, I count them all as one into the discussion. Whiplash, Nightcrawler, I would put into my top 10 as well. Ooh, you see, that's when you start getting into the down and dirty. Shawshank Redemption would probably crack my top 10 list, I can imagine. Let me think what else. Godfather Part 2, maybe cracking into it. And then if I had to pick a random one off the top of my head, and again, this is not a definitive list by any means. These are just some of my favorite movies that I can possibly think about at this point in time. So I would put in the other spot there. Let me think. Especially of recent times. Did I say Whiplash? I think I said Whiplash already. I would throw in John Wick. I'd throw John Wick into the mix. I love the John Wick franchise. Daniel Thorne, thank you for the 3 ice cream donation, man. I appreciate it. Chappie says, Spaceballs is awesome. Those kids need extra credit. Yeah, seriously. I already did make a challenge to one of my classes. I said, like, the one thing you should never question me on, other than, of course, religion theology, is movies. And then they said, so what you're saying is that if we catch you, if we correct you, we should get bonus points. So I do hall passes where you can only leave the classroom so many times because, students, they like to leave and everything. So some people said that. Some people said bonus points. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to catch me, but we'll see. Cupcake Geek says hi. What's going on, Cupcake Geek? Hardwick Bentho says, rockabilly is essentially 1950s style rock and roll. Often this country influence. The Billy is short for hillbilly. That's okay. So, for example, Elvis was called a rockabilly when he started. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think it's good music. It's something that if it was on the background, I would enjoy it. Would I go out of my way to watch it? Probably not. If I was going to be honest, probably would not go out of my way. I do like classic rock more so than anything else. So I have weird, very, very weird music taste. JJ, what's going on, man? I see JJ in the chat. What's going on, Jay? JJ's the man. JJ is the man. John Miller says, Algebra 2 is the worst. Calc 1 is greater than Algebra 2. Just mathematics in general can fly away. It can fly away from me. It can fly away from me for all I care. CW Trixie says, Dark Helmet was both smarter and bigger threat than Snoke and Kylo Ren combined. Yeah, I would say that's a fair point. Dark Helmet. What? You went over my helmet? Gangs of New York, Bot says in his, I love Gangs of New York. That's a great film. Bot says, do you like war movies? Have you ever seen Hacksaw Ridge? I do like some war movies. I would say the greatest of all time in the war film category, I would say would probably be Saving Private Ryan. I would also throw in there in like my top movies of all time / war, though it's definitely not modern war. Severed Samurai is a freaking masterpiece. I love Severed Samurai. So yeah, definitely so. Hacksaw Ridge is a film I've only seen one time. I liked it mostly. I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. I do own it because I wanted to watch it again and it went on sale. Actually, it went on sale on 4K of all things for like $7. So it's a movie that I do want to watch again, and I do have it. So now that I have my movie set up, hopefully I can figure out how to get my 4K discs to actually play on my TV. I don't know how well that's going to work, and then we'll have to figure it out from there. But yeah, for sure. Peabody says, had to leave the car at Mazda dealer overnight unexpectedly. Almost told the service guy to say goodnight to my car. Oh, to tuck it in at night. Captain K-Man, what's going on, Captain K-Man? He says, what up, D-Live? Sorry I'm late. Hope all is good with all. Hope everything's good with you, Captain K-Man. Hope you're doing just fine. Let's see. Cynical Centra says, actually prefer D-Live, but I don't have good internet at work at the telecommunications company. Isn't that amazing, Cynical Centra? Yeah. Work for a telecommunications company, have terrible internet. That actually makes sense. That actually makes total sense. Random Nerd of Doom. Hey, what are we talking about? Random stuff, dude. Random stuff. Alex Martinez says, am I a true soy Asgardian? No, you're a true Asgardian, not a soy one. Velvet Scarlatina, I got Algebra 3. Well, God bless you, good sir. God bless you, good sir. 70B says, why you no have Rose Tico anymore? Rose Tico is in a box somewhere, and that's because we had a better replacement for Rose Tico. Dive! It's been a long time since I've done that. And actually, there's a person on this show that I'm watching with my wife that has the same facial structure as Brian Blessed. So I showed her that clip because she's never seen Flash Gordon. So we've already talked about how we're going to watch that at some point soon. And she loves it. It's so great. It is so great. John Smith says, have you studied the hypostatic union in your religion class yet? So we have not covered that yet because that is not covered specifically in the theology that I cover, because we do moral theology in the spring for my juniors, and then we go into the sacraments. So sacraments, we might start talking about the hypostatic union, but we definitely do cover that in religion, though, in school. Stan says, wait, someone's doing algebra. Which person is it? I need answers. Well, it sounds like you need to find, y'all need to find each other to have some fun. Algebra equals maths, says Stephanie B. Mike Martinez says, I think Black Widow is going to make around $850 million, but that could easily change from now until May 1st. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to make multiple millions of dollars. I think it's going to make hundreds of millions. It's going to make profit for sure. Whether it makes $1 billion or not, it depends on, the May release, I think, is a very good time for that film to be coming out, even though some people say May is not a good time for it to come out. Solo Star Wars story. But yeah, no, I think it'll do fine. Whether or not it makes $1 billion, I think is still very much up in the air for sure. Let's see. Wandering Ranger TV says, have you seen Night of the Hunter? No, I've never even heard of Night of the Hunter. Bot says, which miniseries is better, Band of Brothers or Pacific? I own both of them because I want to watch both of them because I've heard I need to, because I do like that part of history. So I cannot say for sure, but what I've heard is Band of Brothers is overall better, but both are good. That's what I've heard. So I've heard that both are great, but that Band of Brothers is the overall better show. I don't know, because obviously I've never seen them yet. Matt Mitch says, would you like to live stream with Ruin the Man Baby? I don't know if you could get through the stream because you were laughing so hard you were hiding your face on Abu Nas's stream. Yeah, man, I'd totally be down for it. If he invited me on his channel, I would love to. Ruin the Man Baby, the mask, dude, is fantastic. I love everything about it. His accent, of course, is also freaking fantastic. So yes, absolutely, I would be down for that. CAF Productions coming to another stream. What's up, CAF Productions? How's it going, bro? Darkness says, if you got offered to appear in one movie, which one would you pick and why? John Wick Chapter 4, because I want to work alongside Keanu Reeves. No hesitation. If I could choose one movie that I know is going to happen in the future, John Wick Chapter 4, and if I could somehow also learn how to do what he does on screen, even though I hate guns, if I could go through his process and become proficient with it, that'd be cool. To be able to do that, and then all I would ask is, like, if I won a contest or something and I could do that, I would say, you don't even need to put me in the movie. Don't even bother. Just have a video of me alongside Keanu Reeves on the field doing training. That would be a dream come true. That would be freaking awesome, man. No question. Gmonkey76 says, didn't the female writer for Black Widow say she didn't care about the canon if it didn't fit her views? I can't see the movie being any good. Yeah, she did say that, but also that's her saying it. The studio might very well have other ideas. The studio at the end of the day has a lot more control than a lot of people might think. So I think that, yeah, there's definitely some trouble surrounding the film and its success, but I don't think it's completely gone quite yet. All right, over on the D Live, bot says, "Oh, come on, you have to get on that." Oh, what? Watching the Pacific, and what do I need to get on? Captain Peabody says the new Midway movie must be good. Mandy Moore is in it. Yes, Captain Peabody loves Mandy Moore, and the next time, Captain Peabody, because I want you to know, I have not forgotten. The next time Captain Peabody wins anything, and I might actually wait because he tends to win a lot of things normally around the same time, because I remember one time I had to send 2 packages out within a week. So I might just build up a collection, and then once I have 3 or 4 movies to send him, do that. But I got this for you, man. So this is still available. This was one of my giveaways. It was going to be one of my giveaways on Patreon and Subscribestar. But you want this movie so badly, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to it. So this thing is being held on for you, Mr. Peabody. So next time I send you anything, you'll have that movie in there, man. Because he loves some Mandy Moore. And yeah, Captain Peabody's like, yes! It's a good movie too. Seriously, I actually really do like the film. I think Tangled is one of their better films, to be honest. Grandmaster Yoda says, I think Black Widow will be on number 2 spot at the box office under Top Gun 2 in 2020. No, I don't know. He says 1.2 to 2 billion is my bet for Top Gun 2. No. Top Gun 2 Top Gun 2 has a chance of cracking $1 billion, but keep this in mind. And why do I say that? And again, it has everything to do with trends. So Top Gun, to me, is going to be in a very similar category to the Mission Impossible films, right? It's Tom Cruise doing crazy stunts. His latest film, Mission Impossible Fallout, only made $791 million, which is great. I mean, that's a huge profit. That's a very successful film, but still very much short of the $1 billion mark. Top Gun 2 is going to be made within the same, same realm of the film. Obviously, some people would say, but it's Top Gun, but it's not going to be enough. So I think Top Gun is going to be extremely successful. It's going to be a summer movie, so I think it's going to do very well. However, I don't see it making $1 billion at this point. There's not a lot of evidence. Seeing that the most recent Tom Cruise action film only made $791, I don't see a world where that film makes $1 billion. But again, I hope to be wrong on that, because Top Gun 2 looks great. From one trailer, I'm already sold on it. I'm already going to see it opening night on the biggest screen possible, because I want to see those practical effects flying the freaking jets. Looks so cool. Seriously, that is one of my most anticipated films already. And but no, it's going to be very hard for that film to crack $1 billion, and that's just because of the way the market works. And because Marvel is going to be the machine promoting and saturating the market with Black Widow. I mean, again, if we live in a world where a crappy Lion King remake makes over $1 billion and is the highest grossing, keep this in mind, everybody. Lion King is now the highest grossing Disney film that is not Marvel or Star Wars. That's disturbing. That movie is soulless, and yet it is making all this money. It's at $1.3+ billion. It probably will end around 1.4, even 1.5 billion, which is insane that people are still giving that movie money. And I just no. So I'll have to very much disagree with you on Top Gun. I love Top Gun, and I want it to do well. It's going to be a lot harder for that film to do that well in comparison. Again, using information that we have, using the data that's in front of us. Using all that data is important. So then it says, hold on, no. So I got Grandmaster Yoda. So Random Nerd Doom says, does Kathleen Kennedy care that she is going to be listed in Hollywood and geek culture history as being worse than Joel Schumacher? Joe at least apologized for making Batman and Robin. Well, here's the thing, too. I think her being worse than Joel Schumacher is a very relative term. Obviously, for those who care about Star Wars, we look at her in that way. But for those that couldn't give a damn about Star Wars, but maybe care about Batman, Joel Schumacher. I think that here's the other thing, too. As much as I love Batman Forever for its campiness, Batman and Robin is realistically, objectively, one of the worst films of all time. I'm not saying that Last Jedi is not also a bad film, objectively speaking, but if you were going to put on paper and check off certain things, I could easily say, production value-wise, that Last Jedi is better. Production value-wise. I mean, the team behind the visual effects, the team behind the camera, and all that kind of stuff. I think that the writing is what killed The Last Jedi the most. I think they overuse CGI, and some of it looks like crap because, of course, they use a lot of character-driven CGI. But the story is what kills The Last Jedi. Batman and Robin doesn't have a good script. It's not well shot. It's not well put together. There's a lot of objective flaws with that. So that's why I always try and stay fair. So Joel Schumacher, he may have apologized for it, which is more than what we can say about Rian Johnson. So we could definitely say Joel Schumacher is a more stand-up guy. But for movies, I don't know. Stan says Batman v Superman. Who wins? Don't choose wrong. I'm listening to you. I'm watching you. I got my eye on you. I think that's what it says. Batman v Spider-Man. Oh, Batman v Spider-Man. It's Batman. Batman almost always wins. John Smith says, do you post your videos on BitChute? Yes, I do. So bitchute.com/channel/Odin's Movie Blog, whatever it is. I forget what the actual slash is, but it's just Odin's Movie Blog. It's the same thing. So I have my YouTube account mirrored to BitChute, so it automatically will upload. Unfortunately, there's about an hour delay for some reason. It's not automatic, but all of my YouTube videos do get posted to BitChute. And yeah. Oscar Riley says, my top 5 are Forrest Gump, Outlaw, Josie Wales, Commando, Dark Knight, Avengers. Need to see Outlaw, Josie Wales, and Commando. As you already know, Alex McCarthy. But Forrest Gump, fantastic. Dark Knight, fantastic. And first Avengers film, yeah. First Avengers film is pretty good. Definitely very good. Let's see. Captain K-Man says, Top Gun 2 might be one of the few I see. This year alone, I've been to the theater maybe 8 times. Yeah, and honestly, the movie theater experience is becoming a lot more limited for a wide variety of reasons. Obviously, I think it's because Disney is taking over and saturating the market and putting out these giant big budget films that, in my opinion, aren't really worth seeing, and it's kind of smothering the independent film market. So there's a lot of movies that I want to see, though. Josiah Rise has made me actually want to go see Dora the Explorer, so we'll see what happens. And also, I've been hearing a lot of really great reviews about dark stories or stories, scary stories to tell in the dark. And obviously, I've got some experience with the series, or at least with one book in this series from when I was a kid. I think it's the same thing. Let me girl, is that the one girl whose head is held by a ribbon? Is that the same thing? In a dark, dark room. Okay, so never mind. I have no experience with scary stories to tell in the dark. However, one movie that would actually be kind of cool is In a Dark, Dark Room. If no one knows what In a Dark, Dark Room is, I mean, it's really incredible. It really is incredible. Let me see if I can switch over here. Let me go into studio mode really quickly. Let me go into my studio mode really quick. Let's see. News report. Let's see. Do I still have my audio coming through? I do. So I need to do a window capture. And let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see if anyone has seen this before. Oh, there's a curse thing in that. BuzzFeed, why are you cursing in that? Huh? Why are you cursing in that? There we go. There we go. Where is it? Maybe I need to close it and then reopen it. For some reason, it's still popping up that way. Why are you doing that, man? Why are you doing that? There it is. All right, window must match title. All right, let's see. Let's transform and fit to screen. All right. So why is the video not showing up there? Okay. Maybe I need to center that one. Let's see. Center on screen. There it is. All right, cool. All right, let's see if I can transition this bad boy over. All right, so we're going to transition this over. So if anyone has never seen this, holy crap, man. This thing is just, it's terrifying. It really is, in a dark, dark room. But the scariest story is about this little girl. And this little girl always has a ribbon around her neck. And spoiler warning, there's something creepy that happens with it. So she meets somebody who falls in love, they get married, everything's great, and then she dies, and then holy crap, her head freaking falls off. This story scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. And oh my God, I've never gotten over it. So this is what I thought Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was, but I was wrong. So I'm kind of glad because, man, if they actually turn this story into a movie, holy crap, that would freaking terrify me because that little girl scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Seriously, no lie. So transition back over there. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone's seen that before, but holy crap, man, it is freaking terrifying. So freaking terrifying. Over on DLive, Dean High says, have you heard a rumor of She-Hulk appearing Spider-Man? I just made a video about it, man. You need to follow the YouTube channel, bruv. I made a video about that. That was my main video today, bruv. Wandering Ranger TV, thank you for the $5 donation over on YouTube. Says, brother, please see Night of the Hunter. Lillian Gish is amazing in that film. If nothing else, check out the rocking chair scene and Robert Mitchum's love and hate hand scene. It's a brilliant movie. Okay. Night of the Hunter. You might need to send that to me through DM on Twitter, just so that way I have a reference for it, because yeah, it's my mind isn't what it used to be. Super says, hey, sorry I'm late. What's up, my dude? Not much, Super. How's it going? Random Nerd says, you should give your students assignment to think of ways to save Star Wars from Disney that can't be woke. Has nothing to do with the class, so no. John says, Odin, why do you insult my profession? Do I mean nothing to you? Yes. Trolls mean nothing to me. Alex McCarthy says, mathematics are the reason why my bachelor's degree in history is allegedly. Yes, of course. Cynical Cedra says, we'll meet again in Spaceballs 2. We'll meet again in Spaceballs. Lord willing, we'll meet again in Spaceballs 2. The search for more story. God, I wish they made a Spaceballs 2. Back then, not now. James Harold says, you're not tired from talking all day as a teacher? I am exhausted, man. Yesterday on my video, you could actually hear my voice crack in the very beginning because, yeah, I'm so exhausted. You have no idea. Super says, totally random, but that's what open forums are for, right? Exactly. If I send comics to your P.O. box, could you read them? Yeah, absolutely. Can't promise you when I'll read them, but I will. Glonald Dover says, as a testament to how some thematical vibes in movies can hit some people more than others, I teared up at the ending scene of Detective Pikachu. Never had a dad myself. Okay film overall. Well, hey, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I really do think it's a good film. It's a good family film. It's not a kid's film. It's a good family film. And I think there's a lot of really great messaging in it. I think the CGI works pretty well for the most part. I think the jokes are there. And as someone that was a Pokemon fan as a kid, I thought that everything hit. I thought everything hit in the right way. Random Nerd of Doom says, since you are a teacher and you like helpful high school teacher, are you like the helpful high school teacher in Stranger Things? That guy keeps solving all the town's problems and doesn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm that person because I'm not much of a science guy, but I would love to be. I would love to be that guy. Cynical Centrist, that's right, dive. Damn right. Senate says, oh my goodness, the evil is here. It's arrived. The writer of Captain Marvel comics are writing Deadpool. God help us all. No, Young Rippa 59 just posted a video about it. Holy crap. So the writer for Captain Marvel is going to write a Deadpool comic. Oh man. It's a good thing the comic book industry is booming, right? Glad to see that they're doubling down on what's working, right? What's going on, Dion and Brad? I see Dion and Brad are both in the chat right now. What's going on? Captain K-Man is calling him out. Captain K-Man says, I think Peabody said he wanted a hug. Aw, well, hugs to you, Peabody. Hugs to you, Peabody. Everyone can always use a hug, for sure. We got Pikachu giving hugs in the chat. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate that. Glonald Dover says, however, I will say that they need to stop putting such heavy emphasis on the human element in franchise pieces that are all about the lore, Pokemon, Godzilla, etc. I think that there was enough balance in Pokemon. Godzilla, absolutely, I agree. 75% of the movie, even of the new movie, was still a human story. And that's why I didn't like it, because it just was so uninteresting to me. And it just overshadowed the really cool battles that were happening on screen. Super says, I heard people talking about math. When I was in high school, I thought I was good at it. Little did I know that my curriculum sucked. Took college level class last year. D+, baby. Oh, man. Yeah, you better be proud of that D+. As long as it's not Disney+. So a lot of people saying Band of Brothers is awesome. Yeah, I've heard that Band of Brothers and the Pacific are both awesome. So, in fact, in my set, the Pacific collection I have is in a tin, and it's actually really cool. I like it a lot. Super says, luckily I'm good at English and history. I'm good at history and obviously theology, which is very historically based. Sarah Production says, Star Wars, The Knights of the Sorry Republic. Wouldn't that be something? Chief Eddie, what's going on, man? Senate says, favorite Star Wars fan film? I like Birth of a Monster of a Star Wars Story. It's a backstory of one of the people in Jabba's palace. It's great. Nice, Senate. Send it my way, man. Send it my way. Aiden Vickery says, Disney will pull all the marketing stops after Black Widow because Rise of Skywalker will make money, but will still disappoint. Disney will still want success badly. Oh, absolutely. They will do everything within their power to saturate the market so that their films make money. I mean, again, that's why I think that film will make $1 billion. And unfortunately, I don't think that Top Gun 2 will get extremely close to it. It could. And I would be so happy. I would be thrilled if it did, because I think it deserves it, even already based on the practical effects. Kathy K-Man says, take it easy down. Dion, hope you're doing fine, man. And Brad Bernhardt says, Odin and me are gonna kill sucks. What? How does that even make any sense? Alex McCarthy says, I have both Brand of Brothers and The Pacific, as well as John Adams on Steelbook. Seen them multiple times. Highly recommend. Very nice. Random Nerd Doom says, hey, Odin, would you poke one of your eyes out if it meant you could hang out with Keanu Reeves for a day? No, I would not mutilate myself even for that. So, and plus, I think that if he ever found out about it, he would just say, nah, dude, just come hang out. Don't mutilate yourself. Just come hang out. Which would be awesome. Flash. Sierra Production says, send your Rose Tico figure to EVS. No, because when Star Wars comes up in December, we'll have to get Rose Tico back up here. We'll get Aussie Rose Tico back up here, and Aussie Rose Tico will take the place of Kylo Ren. Super says, opinions on reports certain Disney execs are concerned movies like Jojo Rabbit and other Searchlight stuff is going to be too edgy for the brand. Well, MCU fanboys, you got what you wanted. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, Jojo Rabbit is definitely edgy. For those that don't know, it's basically Taika Waititi dressed up as Hitler. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. That's for damn sure. All right, let's see. Chat jumped. Let's see where I left off. Where are we? Hello, where are we? Random Nerd Doom says, I wonder what Tom Cruise thought about Brie Larson's interview where she said compared to Tom Cruise by Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, something tells me he probably just didn't even care, but I would have laughed. Robert Frey says, I heard Alita got another tax break worth about $20 million. I have not heard that yet, but I just know based on the reports that I've seen, based on the number of copies that we've given away on this channel, that it's doing well on Blu-ray. It's going to make the 30 or 40 million it needs to break even and make profit on top of that. So I'm really not that concerned about having a justification for a sequel, monetarily speaking. Not worried about that at this point. As McCarthy says, Top Gun 2 had me at Tom Cruise. You had me at Tom Cruise. Stan says, Episode 9 is my most anticipated film this year. I want to hear Mauler destroy it. I want to see EVS chopping Episode 9 toys in half. It's going to be amazing. That is a good that is a good thing to look into. Yes. Let's see. JP Gotrokix. Such a hard name to say. JP Gotrokix says, I see that Star Wars is having a 4K release. The cover art is wholly uninspired. Have you seen it? Doesn't a heritage franchise deserve better? I've actually not seen it yet, but everything Disney's been doing with the releases just has been very much uninspired. The movies themselves, the newer ones, have been uninspired. And until they say we are doing a 4K release of the originals, unedited, unaltered, I'm not going to be that interested. I'll stick with my despecialized. By the way, I had 4 people win yesterday, despecialized editions of Star Wars. So congratulations to you all. I have a limited number of discs, so I had to reorder some more discs. So those should be coming in soon. But I have all of the New Hopes or the original Star Wars rather, have been burned. So these are ready. I've already burned one of Empire Strikes Back despecialized, and I'll try and finish those sometime today or tomorrow. And then I might run out of disc at that point, and once that happens, I'll just wait for the more discs to come in, so that way I can burn some more copies. So congratulations to those that did win, and all of y'all's emails got through to me, and so I'll be sending those out once everything has been burned and put together. So congratulations again, and I love being able to share that with everybody. Siggles Andrew says, I like Lion King, but holy cow, it is wrong that mmovie did that good. But was it the international box office? I could see it doing well. Yeah, so when it comes to that film, it did well in both markets. So as of right now, domestically, it's the second highest grossing film in the United States at $475.9 million. Number one Endgame at $857, which it's not going to catch, but still, it outgrossed even Captain Marvel, domestically speaking. And yeah, foreign market for sure has been a major part of it, where it made twice as much, 863.3. It's insane to me. So obviously, foreign market's helping out a lot, but the domestic market also is doing crazy bonkers numbers for it. And I know that you liked it too. And I'm glad that we can at least agree there, where it's like, no, that's ridiculous that the film's doing that well. And the problem with it is that it means that Disney is overshadowing any other movie that comes out that's not under the Disney umbrella. And it does have an impact. It really does have an impact. Sierra Production says, here's something to think about. There are 10 movies in the Disney Renaissance. Some of them have no plans to be remakes, so how profitable will the other remakes be afterwards? Well, here's the thing with me. I think that the remakes are going to start to wear thin. And that's at this point, it's actually wishful thinking, because I just talked about a movie that should never have broken $1 billion. That's well on the way to $1.5 billion in the Lion King remake. So at this point in time, the normies could just never see the light of day and just continue to support it. So yeah, it's sad. I hope, and my hope is that over the next couple of years, they realize, oh, we're not getting any original content. Maybe we should look elsewhere. But that's hopeful, wishful thinking on my part. Darnett says, Batman always wins. He can out-prep his opponent. This Batman is the strongest comic book character of all time. Yeah, and that's why I always try and preface it by saying, if it's a planned fight, Batman. If it's Superman like sneaking up on Batman, well then yeah, obviously at that point it's a little bit more straightforward. Sen says, YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. It really, really sucks. YouTube sucks. It really, really sucks. Because it does. But D-Lab is awesome. Hello, D-Lab people. I still see you talking to each other. Server says, might be a stupid question, but why not? Think of a movie you love, one that you think deserves a sequel. If you had a choice between that sequel and keeping the MCU, which do you choose? A movie that I love, that I would love to see a sequel to. Here's the thing. There aren't a lot of movies like classic movies, because most of my favorite movies are classics, and I sure as hell don't want those to get sequels. So the only one that I'm actively petitioning for at this point in time would be Alita Battle Angel. And you bet your ass I would rather get my Alita Battle Angel sequel done right, of course, than the MCU. So, yeah, that's where I'd stand on that. Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Says, do you think they will ever release Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League? Well, here's the thing. There's so many reports about it. There's some saying that it exists. There's some saying that it doesn't. I believe it's somewhere in the middle, where there's one report saying that it exists in part, but it would cost another 20 to 50 million to complete, which to me means it's not there. If you need 20 to 50 million dollars just to complete something, that means that the film is not intact. That's all post-production stuff, meaning probably editing and visual effects, rendering and everything. So do I think we're ever going to get it? I think at some point in the future, it's possible. But at this point, I just want people to stop talking about it, because it's not going to fix the movie. BVS Extended didn't fix the movie. Justice League Extended is not going to fix the movie. JKD says, will my anger over The Last Jedi ever turn to apathy? Oh, for sure. Absolutely, man. Abso-freaking-lutely. HyperNext13, what's going on, bruv? John Wheeler says, Odin, the author of Dark Room, is the same as Scary Stories Tell in the Dark. Well, that makes a hell of a lot of sense then. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. And yeah, it's freaking terrifying, Steph. You're right. Senate says, I'm so done with algebra. I'm guessing in everything now. Well, don't guess. Again, do some actual practice. Do some actual practice. Asper says, are you afraid of the dark? Used to scare the heck out of me. Oh, same. They're remaking it too. They're rebooting the series with new characters. And it's just like, I mean, if it's going to be for a new generation and they're going to do it right, great. But we already know they're not. We already know that they're going to add in their little social agendas, and it's just not going to be worth anything. So, I mean, it'd be great if they could build on it, but I doubt it. Harper says, plot twist, that girl is the heir lineage to the Grudge. She certainly looks like her, for sure. Definitely looks the same. Senate says, if She-Hulk appears, she better be thick like how Frank Cho draws her. I care little for these things. Josh Lambert says, sorry I'm late. How's Alita DVD sales doing? Again, it's hard to really keep track of those at this point in time. All I know is that as of the last time I heard anything, it was a 76% market share, which is pretty high. And that was in its second or third week. So, yeah. Tina says, I'm away for 38 minutes and you already have a downvote. Damn, Tina. Well, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Alex Martinez says, Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. The search for merchandising. The merchandising. Are they going to have a high council tonight? I assume as much. I assume they are. Mark Lazur says, they have Dark Crystal Resistance coming to Netflix. It looks good. Yeah, it does. They're using practical effects. They're using the puppets for it. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm pretty excited for that for sure. Tina is indeed here. Random Nerd says, hey, do your students play tricks on you like putting a whoopee cushion on your seat? No, I mean, we're only, we started school last Wednesday, so we're only about a full week into the year. So no, and also with juniors, you don't really get that kind of stuff going on. And also in Tennessee, they're a smarter group of kids. I've noticed this a lot, that I've asked general questions that normally at my old school in Louisiana would not get a lot of responses, and over half the classes are able to answer the questions that I ask. So it's pretty impressive. Tina says, so what's this I'm hearing that Taika Waititi might get dismissed from Love and Whatever? I saw Mecca had dropped a video. I have not heard about that, but that would be interesting. Maybe they'll drop him for a female director. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Antonio, I wasn't checking for it, but because I just happened to see it as I was scrolling through, Antonio Rivera, does he check this chat? I do check this chat, but you got to put Odin question. Do you even Fortnite anymore, bro? Huh? Do you? Do you, bro? I hope everything's going fine, man. Hope you are enjoying life. Enjoying life, good sir. Tommy says, even though the SJW hive mind control the comic industry, they will no doubt blame toxic fans for its eventual collapse. You know it, man. Why would they take responsibility for themselves? What about their personalities tells you, yeah, they're going to take responsibility? Super says, Captain Marvel writer doing a Deadpool book. Doesn't surprise me. They've been screwing up Deadpool for years. What's worse is the new Marvels hired Zoe Quinn too, even after Vertigo. I mean, because they don't care. They do not care that their business is failing. They will continue to push their agenda until everything eventually fails. And then they'll still say, it's not our fault. The message wasn't the problem. It was the people. They'll always blame the people. They'll always blame the people every time. It's just what they do. It's just what they do, man. I tell you, my friends, that's just what they do. That is just what they do, dear. All right, let's see. Where are we in the chat right now? There we go. 70B says, hey there, do you mean, does he check? Thank you for letting him know. Thank you for letting him know. JKD-Buck76 says, what are some things that can be done at all the sequel trilogy toys rotting on shelves? Can it be recycled into playground equipment so kids will enjoy it finally? They should just be recycled in general. Seriously, it was a waste of plastic in the first place. I think that they should probably instead do something else with it. So I think that they should just end up recycling it. Antonio Rivera, what's going on, man? Says, what's up, dog? I don't know if you saw my last chat, but if so, disregard this one. Just seeing how you're doing and how the move went. I just moved to college and at a pre-med summer camp at the moment. Well, dude, I hope pre-med camp's going well. I hope that you enjoy that college life. You better be growing a beard post-high school, bro. You better be growing that beard. The move went well. I hit my neighbor's car on the way up, driving a 26-foot U-Haul with a trailer hitch with my car behind it, pulling up to my house. But other than that, things have been fine. Our guys actually, our co-ed school, so our guys and girls started last Wednesday, and it's been great. It's been a very good transition. Everyone here is very welcoming. It's a much smaller school, too, and it seems to be a very good situation. But thank you for checking in, man, and I hope you're doing well, too, man. Please stay in touch. Seriously. Random Nerd says, hey, I know this isn't related, but what do you think about the Area 51 raid this September? I think that some people might die, and it's scary. It's scary to think about because I think some people are going to be idiotic enough to actually go up to and try and raid a government facility where they have guns, among other weapons. Bot over on DLive, thank you for the 2 lemon donation, bruv. Thank you for the 2 lemons. It's Palito's time. What? Thank you for the follow over on DLive, man. I appreciate it. Glonald Dover says, fair point about Detective Pichu having a balance. I personally just wish there was more Pokemon battles in it. Just nerding out, I guess. By the way, rate Alita out of 10. For me, I rated it, I think, either a 9 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10. I don't do out of 10 scales. I gave grades, so I gave Alita an A-. I believe I gave Alita an A-. But yeah, Detective Pichu was great. Hybrid X13 says, as much as I hated the new Lion King and the boredom of remakes, maybe if they did a 3D animated version of it instead, it wouldn't look so bland. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to redo it, don't say, all right, we're going to make all of the lines look super realistic so that they have no emotion and therefore they have no soul. Like there's no soul to the movie. Well, that's what they did, and yet somehow, some way, people are still going to see it, even though most people agree that it doesn't hold a candle to the original. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand you, Lisa. Cynical Sandra says, Little Women remake 2, though. Emma Watson and Admiral Holdo. I've heard about this. I know that it was on the schedule, and apparently a trailer recently dropped for it. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but someone definitely tagged me on Twitter about it. And yeah, again, they are remaking everything, and Little Women in 2019 or 2020, whenever it's coming out with Emma Watson in it, there's going to be some messaging in that film. They're going to take a nice, wholesome film and turn it into something that it's not. Cobra Viper 999 says, have you seen the trailer for The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson? It looks great. It does. It looks intense, and I'm actually pretty excited for it. That's one I would actually like to see in theaters. MM Marquez 93, thank you for the follow over on DLive, bro. I appreciate you. Mal Peril says, screen snipe the High Council so I can donate more weird crap to you. No, I'm not gonna screen snipe them. Some people do that. Some people do that on DLive. I won't, just because I know the people there, and I don't have their. If Jeremy was still doing the High Council regularly, I would ask him, saying, "Hey, would y'all mind if I streamed it on DLive? Because there might be people on DLive that might actually want to see it." And I'll take the I'll take the revenue. But no, I because after this stream's over, I'm gonna watch some TV with the wife. So, see, Harper says people usually like Batman because he's dark and gritty. For me personally, I like him because he is persistent when pain gets to him, whether psychologically and physically. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely. I'm definitely the person that likes all the stuff. I like the tech because I'm a tech head. I do like tech. Random Nerd Dude says, how did Bob Iger even get a job running Disney if all he does is bankrupt the company and make customers hate his brand? Because he was able to make these massive purchases. Disney now owns Fox. Disney now owns Star Wars. Disney now owns Marvel. I mean, think about all the things that Disney owns at this point. They're a giant media empire. They're growing every single year. Disney Plus is going to be a huge hit, whether I like it or not, whether I want it to be successful or not. It's going to be a major hit, and it's going to make bank. And I think that they're going to reach 1 million subscriber milestone very, very quickly. And it's sad. It really is sad because I think that they are borderline. They are really borderline with violating some antitrust or with trust laws and antitrust laws. So yeah. Let's see. Jace Doe says, well, if they continue the remake path, maybe we can get a really good one. Maybe Samurai Jack in live action done by Frank Miller and Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino doing a freaking Samurai Jack film, that'd be great. Yeah, Samurai Jack, I think should stay as a cartoon, personally. That's just my own thought. If a right director came around, though, if someone that could do justice to the source material came around and was passionate about the project, then it could probably be translated pretty well into live action, I would say. I think that there's enough in there where you don't need to use a whole lot of CGI. That, to me, that Samurai Jack, even though there are certain characters, like, for example, the main villain, would need to be CGI'd, I think most of the rest of the world could be practical. So that would be my one concern, is that they would just try and make the entire world CGI. And at that point, it's like, if you're going to make everything CGI except for the one main character and a couple of other actors, what the hell is the point of making it live action in the first place? Frank in the Clan says, give me a Space Ghost movie. No, dude. No, man. Especially since the original voice of Space Ghost passed away recently, like within the past few years. No. I would rather my Space Ghost stay exactly. Speaking of which, I need to rewatch Space Ghost, man. I loved Space Ghost as a kid. I loved Cartoon Planet the most, though, because I loved Brack and all of his songs. But yeah, man. CW Trixie says, instead of Are You Afraid of the Dark, it could be called Are You Triggered by the Orange Man? Oh, man. That's a show that everyone would want to watch, right? Oh, that's great. That's a great title. That is fantastic. Freaking fantastic, man. All right, let's see what we got going on. This is a hopping chat. The chat is now hopping tonight, so very sorry. I'm at 7:53 in the chat, so I'm about 7 minutes behind. So if I'm not reading your comments, because I'm 7 minutes behind in the chats. Nesson Nason, thank you for the follow over on DLive. I appreciate you, bruv. Zorak, dude. Oh, yeah. Seriously. Freaking Zorak, man. So freaking great. Darkness says, what is Fortnite? It's a game. I can't tell if that's our sarcastic question or if it's a real question, but it's a video game. Random Doom says, since you don't video games that much, I think you should give The Sims a play, which is about making virtual people controlling their lives. Here's the thing. I would probably lose my life in that game because I used to do Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I could always fall into it. Hardwick Bentho says, regarding She-Hulk, search Angie Harmon She-Hulk on YouTube sometime. You'll find an interview she did on Conan where she reveals how badly she wants that role. It's adorable. Send it my way, man. Please. Senna says, Jerry Dungan's run on Deadpool is my favorite Deadpool run in comics. It deals with Deadpool being funny as usual, but he also is depressed. It's really good. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, as you all know, I'm not a big comics guy, so I always appreciate people who tell me that. Harvey Benther says, have you seen The Rocketeer? If so, how much do you like it? I've never seen The Rocketeer. Gabriel Alejandro Pandier Rodriguez says, after further research, I've come to the conclusion, despite GL mistakes in the franchise, George Lucas mistakes in the franchise, I blame the prequel haters, special edition haters, de-specializers killed Star Wars. What? No, they didn't. No. George Lucas destroyed his own property and then sold it to Disney because of bad decisions. Darkness says, geek culture is slowly dying. I think that geek culture is slowly transforming more so than dying. I wouldn't say it's completely dying because I would look at the Alita fan base. I would say that's definitely a major part of geek culture. And I would say that that's far from dead. There's a very lively community. I know a lot of people personally who collect movies like I do. I think that's a big part of geek. I think geek culture is just transforming. I think that's like the big thing. And I think that things that used to be large in geek culture have now been transformed to something else. John Wigler says, I just realized that Jeremy can't visit you. Search for Ladies of the Night. He can still technically visit me because Pensacola is not too far away from Tennessee. Super says, to anyone in chat stuck in algebra doing homework right now, there was only one thing that ever got me to sit down and focus. No joke. I listened to The Joy of Painting. It's awesome. Holy crap, man. So Super says, if you get stuck on math, go ahead and pull up some Bob Ross. Bob Ross is a freaking legend, man. I love freaking Bob Ross. So Bob Ross, really? Bob Ross is the secret to doing well in math? That sounds pretty great. Frank the Bunny, thank you for the ice cream over on DLive, man. I appreciate you. Bro. So I try and adjust something really quick. Something's not very comfortable on my wrist right now. Oh, that actually feels a lot more comfortable. Let us see right here. Man, Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting. Who would have thought? And Tony Rivera says, I did grow the beard. And oh man, that's really rough about the car. Glad everything went well, though, in the long run. Yeah, thank you very much, man. And I hope that you enjoy that beard, man. Is it as glorious as mine, though? Is it as glorious as mine? For those that don't know, now that he has graduated, and Tony Rivera is a former student of mine from my old school. So I hope you are doing quite well, good sir. And are you still gaming? Do you game, bro? Do you game? Captain Frank, thank you for that ice cream, man. I appreciate it. You rock. And of course, Frank the Bunny, thank you for the ice cream. You're awesome, man. Hardwick Bentho says, are you familiar with Douglas Ernst and Micah Curtis? And if so, did you know they both writing some comics? Douglas Ernst is Soulfinder and Micah Curtis is Englewood. Again, not a comics person, so all that stuff just went over my head. Hybrid says, Lighthouse makes me convinced Robert Pattinson has good range as an actor. Oh, no, for sure. Robert Pattinson has all the potential in the world. He's just taken a lot of really bad roles. I think Twilight definitely derailed his career by several years, but I think he's on the right track. Venom Broly says, I'm glad I grew up in the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. They ruined everything now, but at least I had quality then. Poor kids growing up now will never know what sci-fi of quality is. Oh, sci-fi of quality is. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think that quality sci-fi is a long lost art. I think there's very few shows nowadays that are fulfilling it. The Expanse, obviously, I would recommend as a show if you're looking to get that sci-fi fix. There was even a show on YouTube Red called Origin that I actually really liked. I watched it with my wife, and I'm hoping it gets another season. It actually has Draco Malfoy. It has Tom Felton in the show, and it's actually pretty good. And I would say it's a pretty good sci-fi too. Not everyone's gonna like it necessarily, but I know that I did. As McCarthy says, in Disney's defense, they did use animals from Vulcan in Lion King remake. Super says, but if the Weeds Naruto run into Area 51, they'll be too fast for the bullets. They'll be okay. But seriously, the dude who came up with the event did it when he was high. Stay safe, peeps. Yeah, seriously. If you're someone that's thinking about it, remember that you're gonna have government officials with weapons pointed at you if you try to break in. Do not try to break into a government facility, for the love of God. Hashtag cancel Jeremy, says cynical centrist. I love that that's like a thing going on right now. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Hardwick Bentho says, did you like Kenneth Branagh's 2015 version of Cinderella? In my opinion, it's worlds better than the most other Disney remakes, largely because it didn't copy the animated version. Well, here's the thing for me. I think that it was a pretty faithful adaptation. It didn't go into some of the more fantastical elements of the story, I think, like having the mice talk, but or the rats talk, because they were rats. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a debate I had with Anna. Oh man, me and Anna, by the way, we're talking, and we're gonna try and get our Alita stream happening this week. I think we're planning for tomorrow, actually, on her channel. I think might be on her channel, might be on my channel. I don't know yet. But we're having an Alita talk. So we're going to have an Alita-focused stream with Anna, that Star Wars girl, sometime this week. But it reminds me, there are so many fights that me and Anna need to have over movies. But I remember when we were debating over whether or not you were mice or whether they were rats. And I don't think it'll ever truly go away. But I agree. I actually did like Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella. And there's another reason why that movie has a special place in my heart. It's because that was the first date that I went on with my wife. So, yeah, she actually didn't like the movie very much, but it also has a special place for her because it is our first date movie. Random Nerd Doom says, wish Batman was real so he could always somehow buy Disney, make movies not woke, then puts Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger, Rian Johnson, and J.J. Abrams in Arkham Asylum. Super says, Lady Bird didn't give me the best impression of Greta Gerwig, but Little Women also stars Saoirse Ronan, the Brooklyn actress Suri, so I'm still interested. No, I love Saoirse Ronan. I think Saoirse Ronan's great, but Greta Gerwig is not. Greta Gerwig is not a good actress. I don't know why she is this indie darling. She's always the same character and annoying on screen and has just very, very bad traits, I think. And Lady Bird was not a very good film either. I mean, people went gaga for Lady Bird. So the fact that she's involved with Little Women gives me even less reason to want to go see it. Cynical Center says, there will be a high council if Jeff can get out of Jesse's hoo-ha for 10 minutes. I saw that. At first, I couldn't tell if it was fake or not, but apparently they're dating, I guess. I didn't realize that they live nearby or if they're just making it. I don't know. I still have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about that. Kill Mechanism. Thank you for the follow over on DLive, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. The Rock of who? Says Stephanie B. Senate says, bye, chat. Oh, see ya, Senate. Hope you have a good one, man. Random Doom says, what about a Deadpool movie where Deadpool takes over Disney and fights Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy to get control? Well, obviously, we know who would win in that fight. 1 second. Drop my phone on the floor. Well, we obviously know who would win in that. So, Jay Chumbansky. What's going on, Jay Chumbansky? It's been a while since I've seen that name. Dark Knight says, do you think Hollywood is made of woke and not wood? Yes. So, and Lighthouse looks awesome. Good Time is on Amazon, and I was so impressed. Our boy Patterson can act. Okay, it is on Amazon. Okay. Maybe I do have to watch that. Frank and the Clan over on DLab says, Jeff is visiting her in California. Yes, they are dating. That's okay. After drinking a lot together. Cynical Center says, Lucas bankrupted Lucasfilm overspending on the Clone Wars. Yeah, I remember Cynical Centrist, you telling me about that. So yeah, Lucas was his own worst enemy when it comes down to it. Asgarthy says, hold the phone. You have never seen The Rocketeer. We need to change this, Odin. We need to change this now. Okay, maybe we watch it at some point. Maybe. Prosis, what's going on, Prosis? Long time, man. Says, long time no see. Hope you're having a great day. And for the days to come, just wanted to check up on you. Well, thank you, Prosis. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope school is going well as well. And hope you got a good teacher this year. Hope everything's doing fine. I hope everyone over there, too, is doing okay. I'm thinking about you guys every single day. We already started last week, and I've been thinking a lot about you guys, and I hope you all are doing okay. Harwick Bentho says, you've never seen The Rocketeer? That must be remedied. I highly, highly recommend it. It's one of the best superhero movies ever made. Well, if Bruce thinks the same thing, then I'm sure I'll end up with a copy. Zuber says, I have ADD too, and I can't tell you how many times I wanted to nope out on late homework night sessions, but Bob Ross helped me find my center. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Most people choose like Mozart, classical music, or something. Bob Ross. Never would have thought Bob Ross, but hey, I love Bob Ross, man, so I'm okay with that. John Wigler says, I think that going mainstream was the worst thing to happen with geek culture. People used to leave it alone, but when everyone accepted it, they twisted it into something unrecognizable. Well, I think we can easily look to Comic-Con as a great example. Comic-Con used to be Nerd Central, and now it's where all the normies go to cosplay. And now I'll never be able to go to Comic-Con because everyone's going to buy the tickets out before it. Happy little trees. Yes, indeed, Bob Ross. I showed Bob Ross to my guys over at my old school a couple times. Maybe I'll have to bring that back to my new school. Maybe I'll have to bring that back. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right, sorry, I just got a notification. Someone just went live. Let's see what we got. I saw someone was adding to another discussion that we were having. Let's see. Gabriel Alejandro Bandiera Rodriguez says, I'm very well aware of George Lucas' mistakes in the franchise, and yet I prefer his screw-ups than the Disney-era Soy Wars, the Fakeable Trilogy, Rogue Doe, and Soylo Take Your Poison. Yeah, no, and again, here's the thing. I will always be grateful to George Lucas for creating the IP of Star Wars, because I think all of us can agree that the original Star Wars is fantastic, that the world that Star Wars exists in is also just absolutely amazing, fantastic as well. However, I think that we can also find some understanding and some agreements that he was his own worst enemy, that he was, at the end of the day, he was his own worst enemy, and he ended up leaving Star Wars in a state worse than when he started it, and he is one of the many reasons why we have Disney Star Wars at this point in time. So imagine if we lived in a world where he didn't hold off on Star Wars because he didn't want his ex-wife to get any of the money from it. Imagine that he had instead made it almost immediately after Return of the Jedi. I mean, who knows what Star Wars would be right now if that were the case. I think it's something worth talking about. Let's see right here. The Dr. 14 says, Little Women does not look woke to me. Again, I haven't seen the trailer for it, so I can't say for sure, but I know there's a lot of woke people involved. That's the point that I made. Hiram says, the dude who planned the whole Area 51 raid actually did the Naruto run when he was live on TV. I love the Naruto run being done by actual people. It's hilarious. Over on D-Live, Dean High says, ever seen live action remake of The Sorcerer's Apprentice? Parts of it, because Nick Cage is in it, and holy crap, man, talk about a crazy time. Random Nerd says, what about telling the SJWs that Area 51 has Trump secrets there and they all run in it? No, because I don't want anyone getting actually hurt. Tina says, they are mice. Do not start this again. No, we will start this again, and they're rats. I forgot that y'all were in on that chat. Yes. I love reopening old wounds. John Winkler says, Jeremy has time to rant about SJWs, but doesn't have time to load council. Wait, no, yeah, exactly. If I say wrong thing, then he is about to do a lot more live streaming, though. He's Sports Wars, of course, is his baby. Once they get approved for monetization, there's gonna be a lot more live streaming over on Sports Wars, which might not be for everyone, but hey, it's his baby. Rhaegar Targaryen says, clearly they are rats. Clearly they are. Yep. They were supposed to be mice, but they were definitely rats. Or at the very least, and this is something that I tried to find the middle ground on, at the very least, they were based on both mice and rats and ended up looking more like rats. Alex McCarthy says, Dana Brooke would be a good She-Hulk, at least the body type. She is so underutilized on Raw. I agree. I don't know if she can act. She can't act, but yes, body type for sure. Super says, geek culture's biggest problem are the attempts to mainstream it. There are people in fandoms who only by pops and execs are now only trying to appeal to normies. It sucks. Yeah, it does. It really does. Sigil Center says, Gina Gershon from MMA would be a great Hulk. I think I saw you correct yourself down in the chat, and you're talking about Gina Carino. I think. Random Nerdu says, damn it, Odin rats and mice are rodents. James Earl says, The Rocketeer was supposed to be a trilogy, but it failed at the box office. The soundtrack is great. A definite watch. Cool. Rhaegar Targaryen says, we need a sequel called Man Bird, and it will end being a secret Hawkman origin film from the DCEU. Peter Davis and Aussie Peter Davison, what's happening in Cardiff, please? I don't know. What's happening in Cardiff? You tell me, man. Tina says, whatever happened with Jesse and Jeff in Vegas should have stayed in Vegas. Jeff is in California with Jesse. Yeah, seriously, man. Sarah says, wait, who's dating? I want the gossip. So apparently Jesse from Mindless Entertainment is dating Jeff from World Class BSers. And they've made it very public on their YouTube channels. Oh, man. So Nicholas Andrew says, sorry, it's Gina Carano from Mandalorian for She-Hulk. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Super says, there are a few scenes in Good Time I think could definitely make you uncomfortable, but like I said, acting was great and the film's use of music seriously blew me away. Okay. Jason Doe says, I say we get Brandon from Brightburn to deal with Disney. I actually really like Brightburn, to be honest. However, says, legend has it, when everyone goes to raid Area 51, Harambe will arise as a messiah and shield them to know the way of getting on. I'm sorry, just kidding. Oh, that's my favorite comment of the night. I remember before we had the automatic cookie system, I used to give cookies, and Tina and Steph had to keep track of who I gave cookies to, and it was insane. But if I was still doing that, man, I would give you some cookies right now. Because that's great. I'll read it again. Legend has it. Legend has it. When everyone goes to raid Area 51, Harambe will arise as a messiah and shield them to know the way of getting on. Harambe and Nodue all in one sentence is great. Hammer says, Mr. Odin is still objectively the best chat reader. Well, thank you, Hammer. I appreciate that. I try and read as many chats as I can, no matter how large the chat might be. So it's one thing that I always try to do my best with. May not be perfect, but I try my best. Gabriel Alejandro Bandiera Rodriguez says, I would love to see a crosstalk style stream debate with the Phantom Menace members about the Star Wars franchise, the OTE editions, PT editions, and Disney Story Wars. Well, I think that you'd have a lot of different opinions on prequels, because there's some prequel lovers, and there's some like me that are a lot more critical of it. Singles says, sorry if I repeat myself, my memory is crappy. No problem at all. Tina says, yep, put The Rocketeer on a must-see list. I saw it when it was at the movies ages ago, and it was great. This is coming from a not all that thrilled with Disney person. Okay, gotcha. JJ says, so how is the double pep pizza? Oh, man, we had some double pep the other day, man, and it was delicious. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, man. Peter Davison says, hail Odin, have you heard of the super brain exercise and kinesiology? No, I have not, actually. I have not. And JJ, what movies you want me to start giving away, man? What movies you want me to start giving away? I can't do a giveaway tonight because I've done way too many giveaways recently, but let me know, man. Cynical Centrist says, sorry if I repeat myself. Memories. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose. Oscar says, Jessie kidnapped Jeff. She was talking to him at the airport, then pulled a U-turn and instead took him back to her room. Those two are hilarious. Oh, boy. Random Nerd says, I think the Phantom Menace should pull an Endgame and go back in time and help George Lucas in the past to make sure Star Wars never goes to Disney. Yeah, seriously. Let's see. I saw Yivo getting here. Where's Yivo at? Where's Yivo at? There's Yivo. Go Reviver 99 says, out of all the new Marvel stuff announced, the one that annoys me the most is Blade. Disney will never get it right. I don't think Disney will now. Cynical Sandra says, Wikipedia says mice, so argument over. Oh, yeah, sure, because we all know Wikipedia is. Peter Davis says, Doctor Who collapsing. It is. Gabriel Alejandro Pandiero Rodriguez says, fair enough. What happened outside of the filmmaking should never affect the final outcome of a particular film. I agree. Tina says, yes. Steph and I had to keep track of cookies by hand. Oh, the good old days. Glad we have Heimdall now. Yes. I'm glad that Heimdall is finally working again, too. Stephanie B says, those cookies got crazy. They did get crazy, man. They got so crazy. Alti, what's going on, Alti? Hiram says, random question. Do you hate snakes? I do not like snakes, man. I'm tired of these mother effing snakes on this mother effing plane. Random Nerd says, legend has it that Ryan Johnson went to Area 51 for the raid. Then everyone realized how stupid the raid was, and only Ryan raided it, and the guards took him down with a water gun. Keep it to the originals, man. That one wasn't as funny as the original. John Whaler says, I can accept Revenge of the Sith, but get rid of episode 1 and 2. I'm right there with you, man. Let's see. Hammer says, is there a faster, more easily seductive path to obtaining cookies? So time watching streams, and then when you donate, you get extra cookies. That's the only two ways right now. Super says, Odin, maybe that's what Area 51 is. Harambe is alive, and he is in Area 51. We all know he had information to indict Hillary Clinton. Oh, for sure. JJ says, whatever you feel best, man. All right. I got you. I don't know how well the donation fund is these days, because I kind of just been like, here's a card, here's a gift card, here's a gift card, here's a gift card. Let's see. My PayPal. I could give away a couple at some point. Let's see. Random Number Doom says, J.J. Abrams should hunt vampires instead of directing movies. His lens flare would take out so many vampires. Super says, also, let it be known that in all my years using the internet, the Harambe meme is the only one I've seen reach peak popularity, live and die on the same day. Hardway Gamwit says, did you see the recent Kylo Ren versus Darth Vader fan film? I know Jeremy has, but I don't know if you have. The story was fan servicey, but the production values were amazing. I have not seen it. Send it my way, man. JJ says, did you drain the well already? Pretty much. You realize, man, I've given away so many things recently. It's been insane. Because obviously, I gave away a lot for the John Wick 4K recently. I gave away several steelbooks of that. And then I've given away stuff for Patreon subscribe star peeps. So yeah, it goes through pretty quick. Lord, thank you for the $5 donation. Wants those cookies. Getting that cookie money in. Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Phantom Menace says, what do you think about Epstein dying? It is open forum, so I will mention quickly, I think that it sounds fishy. I have no actual evidence of anything, so I'm not going to jump onto any conspiracies. So I think it's a tragedy. I think that he was a very disturbed individual, so I pray for the repose of his soul and for his family. And I hope that they find out what happened, because it definitely sounds fishy. That's for damn sure. Hiram says, I feel humbled by the prophecy master Odin. One fine day, our beloved gorilla shall return to claim his throne. John Miller says, say in the Palpatine's voice, unlimited sorry. Captain K-Man says, new sci-fi original. Captain K-Man, what's going on, bro? Triple pep pizza is so good. Dude, quadruple pep pizza is so good. Any pep pizza is great. Captain K-Man says, are you threatening us? Am I threatening you? Or Brad is. Brad's threatening you. Brad, don't threaten anybody over there. They're awesome. John says, have a good night. See you Saturday. Yeah, that is going to be pretty much me wrapping things up for the evening because I got to go watch TV with the wife. But before I do so, let me go ahead and shout out some peeps real quick. So let's see. I've got my subscribe star up. Where have we got here? What have we got here? My subscribers over on Subscribestar. So a huge shout out to G2Cool99, Darkstar57, Laura Story, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., Us 888-209 Fast, Fan Addicts of Film, Forrest Ghost, Jeremy, Dean Heiss, Harold Francis, Filming Professor, J. Rod the Beer Guru, Christian J. Murr, Texas Kayla, Rolando Scarfullery, Nebaranji Adams, Andreas, and the K-Man. And also a huge shout out to, let me pull up my patrons really quickly here. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the open forum. Again, it was a very relaxing discussion on a wide variety of topics. So let's see what we got over here. A huge shout out to my active patrons this month. Albertus Magnus, Animation Commentator, Baptist702, Brian P., Edward Coleman, Elizabeth M., Enrique Evangelista, Dion, Entertainment Hacker, Frank the Tank and the Shawheen Weird Dog Clan, Harold Francis, Heather Haskett, The Hunka Chunka Funkin' Monkey, Inflamed Wood, Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, JJ, Jonathan Jerembeck, Matthew Kadish, Mitch Dunaway, Mr. Mad Mitch himself, Mr. Peabody, and his evil twin, Orange Hat Reviews, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, Peter Davison, Aussie Peter Davison, Riff Magos, Rosetta Allen, Shenglong, Sir Lancelotso, Theodora, The DJD Show, Theodore Bendon, and those two ball guys. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Thank you for being awesome. Let us see here what we got. What we got in the chat, last minute things. Random notice, maybe if you're the one who has a Stargate, then we can dial a gate. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Now I know what that means. Alex McCarthy, God bless you. You have a good one too. Bomber the Hobbit says Hobbs & Shaw is $70 million behind Alita Battle Angel for the worldwide box office total. Can Hobbs & Shaw pass Alita? Yes, and it will. Phantom Menace says there are reports that shouting and screaming from the cell came at 4chan before it was reported on the news. Yeah, and again, I'm not really following it because at the end of the day, it was a scummy dude. And I don't think that he deserved what he got, but he was a scummy dude. And there's a lot of scummy people in the news media and in politics, and I don't trust a damn one of them to find out the truth. Super says, can I ask what you're watching this evening? Also, I forget, have you seen Chernobyl? I've not seen Chernobyl. So we're watching a trash series called 90 Days Engaged, and it's interesting. Look it up. Grandmaster Yoda says, do you think Matt Damon at Star Wars Edge is a good move? I feel it will close to nothing. Yeah, at the end of the day, it might have a quick spark, and then that's it. Super says, as always, thanks for hosting. Thank you very much for being here. Hyperin, you have a good one. God bless you. Super says, real fast, forgot to ask quick tips for learning how to talk off the top of your head, like in podcasts and stuff. You either can or you can't. Practice is the best help. So practice. Give it a shot. Maybe do some practice runs. I would recommend if you're nervous about doing stuff off the top of your head, have a podcast host, a guest or something to that effect. That way you have someone to jump off of in that way, because I think that would be the best thing to happen. So I'm going to try. Hopefully they got through. Everyone's attention, younglings. Star Wars Empire's Dreams is a great documentary on Amazon Prime about the making of the original trilogy. Nice. Darkness says, that snail is fast. Yeah, the snails is fast. I agree. D-Live people, Frank the Bunny, thank you for the ice cream. Y'all stick around for the chest opening over there. Everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you smash the like button. Think about supporting me on the all the various sites in the links below. If you shop on Amazon, use an affiliate link there. If you like a metallic poster like the ones behind me for John Wick and also for Alita Battle Angel, if you want something cool like that, check out Displate. They have sales going on right now. I think you get 30% off site-wide. You can get 15% off with my code ODIN, Odin. And also, of course, it helps the channel. And, That's it for me. Captain K-Man says, it's been real. It's been fun. It hasn't been real fun. It's always good. And Mild Peril, thank you for the last minute lemon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you guys so much. Might see you on the channel tomorrow with Anna. Might be on her channel. I'll let you guys know about that. And if not, I will see you all on Saturday. Have a wonderful day, guys. And as always, God bless.